Hi, so I just wanted to share how I'm trying to make my kids' shoes last longer. Um, I probably went a little overboard on this one, but my son loves these shoes and he wears them all the time. So, like, and this has happened with other shoes where my kids just grow out of them before or they get like worn out almost, or even they do get worn out before they've even grown out of them. Um, but I also like the idea of trying to add like some pads. So that's what I did. Some padding to the bottom to be able to, keep the shoes for another kid or be able to give them to somebody or and whatnot. It's not super like cost effective, I guess, but I just, these don't cost very much. I think so. They were like, these ones were cheaper, but I think the black ones, it was 2 sets of, for like 2 pairs of shoes, around $5. So, it's cheaper than buying a whole new pair of shoes, but it also does take time, a little bit of time, but maybe this will help it go faster if you want to try this out. So anyway, I bought these things, no slip shoe pads, grips, off Amazon. And they have different colors. Like these ones are kind of more of a clearish. And I got the black ones for these shoes. So what I did was I got this, had to get my stuff, the glue gun, the super glue, obviously those, scissors, and a pen. This is like a black Sharpie because to try and draw like I had to take them and just trace where it needed to be. Yeah, like I said, I went a little overboard on these, but I had already let these wear out. They were like really to the bottom here. And, so what I ended up doing, I had already tried this once and they stayed on pretty good, but we have a dog and like dog hair got around the edges and they did end up wearing out right up here after probably 3 or 4 weeks. Anyway, what I ended up doing was putting a couple of layers of hot glue up at the, like underneath all this stuff because it was pretty getting worn down. And then I tried to spread it out with with like a plastic utensil. Probably a knife would have been better, but this is what I could find. So anyway, and then, first I washed the bottom of the shoes. That's what it says to do here. Clean the bottom of the shoes. I just did it in the sink with soap and a scrubber. Peel off the backing and apply. So yeah, I did have to so what I did was put them on top of here. And I kind of adjusted it first to kind of how far up I wanted it, because I did want it to kind of go up in the back. And then I and then I put it down and drew some lines with the Sharpie on both sides and just cut it. And so it was clean, let it dry, put the pads on, and then last time, yeah, like dog hair got out all around in the edges, and I think that didn't help it to stay like good. So I mean, it stayed on, but it would have been better, I thought. So this time there was pretty big gaps because I think I already let the shoe wear down. So I had to put a pretty good like thing around of just like I think I'd do like one side at a time. So I'd put some hot glue and then like smooth it out and hold it. I did the back first. So hot glue, smooth it out with the plastic utensil, hold it. And that's the good thing about hot glue, it can dry. And that is a high temp hot glue gun. And I'm sure low temp would probably be fine too. I don't know. Anyway, and then hold it until it was fairly dry, probably about 30 seconds. And then these sides I didn't really have to hold it. I just put some glue on kind of around. And then the front I did do some hot glue. And then the sides or the bottom, I put some super glue around here. I don't know if that's gonna hold, but we're just gonna try it. And yeah, this was like a scrap. It might be nice to even just do like a double layer. And so once that other layer wears off, like I can just take it off and put a new one on. But anyway, this is an experiment with the double layer right there. And I put a little bit of super glue down here because it wasn't sticking very well. But like I said, the adhesive was pretty good the first time around that I tried this. It just did eventually wear down back here. Because the pads they're pretty thin. It's kind of hard to tell. Anyway, maybe I don't know if it says, but yeah, they are fairly thin. So I did have the thought that maybe I could find some that were like thicker, or even find like a whole, there we go. You can see it a little better there, how thick it is, like right there. To find like a little better, just like a big piece of rubber. I guess if anyone knows an idea of where to get that, and you can cut it yourself, and then like maybe if it's thicker, it would last longer, So anyway, just some ideas, and if anyone else has ideas, feel free to post a comment. Anyway, but yeah, my kids, I tend like these aren't too bad, but like they are starting to really like wear down right there, and then it's just like not very stable. You can tell there's like a hole kind of, and it kind of pushes in right there. So I might put like a pad on these ones and some of my other, my daughter's other shoes that she wears a lot. I ended up throwing another pair of like tennis shoes away, that were still good on the top, but they were just, yeah, really like way worse than these. And it was just like, I don't like to just throw stuff away that maybe could still have some use, but I didn't really know. They'd already kind of really been worn down, so I did not fix those. But yeah, I think that's all I have. And I think we'll get some more time out of these shoes. They were about $18 at Walmart. So, I mean, not terrible, but if you're having to buy multiple pairs, I don't want to do that. So, these ones are a nice brand. These are Cheyenne, and they're nice leather. And yeah, I probably shouldn't have, I think these were fine for my older kid. But for my younger one, I ended up buying him some leather boots, and like I should have put like the pads on the bottoms, and I still could, but like he grew out of them, and now I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get like faux leather cowboy boots for little kids, because yeah, I mean, and these ones have gotten worn down, but that was to be expected. It's just when they're like a nice leather, they could be sold, like resold, I think, for better than maybe just faux leather. But yeah, okay,